Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I am super excited for today's video. This channel is now over 500 subscribers and I wanted to make a video to celebrate that. So here we are today and I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Before I get into the video though, I do want to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, for leaving me likes and leaving me comments on my videos. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. Now for today's video, I did ask you guys to go submit your questions on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So I have a lot of questions that you guys have asked. I did notice some of them are duplicates, so I'm gonna skip over any that come about like twice. But we're gonna answer all of them today. And I'm gonna try to answer them as quickly as possible so this video isn't super long. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so I got my laptop here and I'm just gonna pull up your guys' questions on here so I can go ahead and answer them. So no one asked me any questions over on Facebook, but you guys can follow me over on Facebook and the link is down in the description below. So I'm gonna start with the questions that were on Instagram. I only had one person ask me questions and that was Gigi Carter 15, and she has been really supportive both on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So quick shout out to her. All right, so her first question, your favorite Instagram creator or YouTube creator? So I don't really have a favorite Instagram creator. Pretty much all my favorite Instagram creators are actually YouTubers. So I'm gonna answer who's my favorite YouTube creator, which I don't really have a straight answer for because I don't have a single favorite. My favorites would definitely be the Norris Nuts. They are a group of siblings that live in Australia and they make some really cool challenge and vlog type videos. Another one of my favorite YouTubers is KB's World of Pets. I actually just did a collab with her, so you guys can go check that out if you haven't watched it already. And then I also have a third favorite. I just came across her recently and she actually only has, see, I'm looking at her channel right now and she only has 43 subscribers and her channel is called My House of Tiny Pets. She just did a bunny bonding mini series and I actually really enjoyed it and she was very thorough about the process, so you should check out her channel if you get the chance. Question number 2 from Gigi Carter 15 is, what's your favorite TV show? I'm really bad at picking favorites. I really have 2 favorites. The first one being Psych, and the second one being How I Met Your Mother. Her next question was, what's your favorite animal? So my favorite animal is actually the dolphin. So the next and final question she asked is, if you had to have any pet, what would it be? I guess rabbits. Like, I love having rabbits. So, all right, now I'm gonna go over to YouTube and you guys asked me some questions over there. So the first comment is by Chase the Rabbit. And he said, what does it mean if your rabbit's nails have black underneath them? Because mine has one and my mom tells me it's dead nail beds. And I looked it up and it doesn't say anything. And then also got someone to reply to that comment and they said, same, my rabbit named S'mores has that too. Now I can't really tell what it is because I don't have a picture. Not exactly sure what you're talking about, but my first thought would be maybe that's just the color of the nail. I know rabbits can have different colorings even on different nails, so that might just be a dark part of the nail. Otherwise, if you are really concerned about what it may be, I would suggest asking your local vet. Okay, next person, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. This is Rachel Purcell. First question she asked is, what state do you live in? So I live in the state of Iowa where there's lots and lots of corn. And then she asked, what pets did you have as a child? So I didn't actually have a lot of pets as a child. I did have a betta fish when I was like 5, and then we kind of had pets here and there, but my parents always ended up rehoming them and I never really felt like they were mine. We've had a couple turtles, we had a salamander, we had a dog, we had caterpillars for a while, I think we had a goldfish for a little while. Yeah, I really didn't have a whole lot of pets as a child. Usually they got rehomed within a year or 2. And of course, rehoming was not my choice, that was my parents' choice. So next question was, did you participate in any sports as a child? So as a child, I loved soccer, but my senior year of high school, I did injure my back a little bit. So I actually am rowing now, so that's cool. Next question was, have you ever had or considered getting guinea pigs? So no, I have never had guinea pigs, but yes, I have considered getting guinea pigs. So my sister-in-law has a ton of guinea pigs and I know they squeak a lot. So I do want to get guinea pigs in the future, but I definitely want to wait till I move because where I live right now, it is so small that I know I'd be able to hear the guinea pigs like through the entire house. So I do plan on getting guinea pigs just way out in the future. And last question is, are you married? Yes, yes I am. Let's go on to the next questions. This one is from Piggy Time, and she said, congrats on 500 plus, you totally deserve it. And then she asked 3 different questions. Did you adopt your pets or buy them? So I'm gonna assume you mean, did you like adopt through a shelter rescue, or did you buy them through like a breeder or a pet store? So kind of a mix of both. So I adopted Cocoa Puff from a rabbit rescue, and then I adopted Oreo through a rehoming ad on Craigslist. But I did get both my dogs from a breeder, and I also got Lollipop from a breeder, and then my fish, I got them from a pet store. So next question is, what is the worst mistake you've made as a pet owner? That one is actually really easy for me to answer. Kind of ashamed of it. I adopted Lollipop when she was only 4 weeks old. So she was from a backyard breeder and she was weaned at that 4 weeks, but it's really not smart to take a baby bunny away from their mom until they're at least 8 weeks. She really didn't quite develop all the bunny behaviors and understand everything. She really had some strange reactions when she first met Cocoa Puff, and I think that was a result of it. Luckily, she had no health complications or anything. That was definitely my biggest mistake. But sadly, if I didn't take her at 4 weeks, the breeder would have found someone else to take her at 4 weeks. And honestly, that is just, it's so sad, and I've learned a lot since then. The last and final question from Piggy Time is, if you could have any wild animal as a pet, what would it be? So I mentioned my favorite animal is a dolphin. If I could somehow humanely have a dolphin as a pet, I mean, that would be awesome. But of course, you really can't have a dolphin as a pet unless you like own part of the ocean or something. So the next questions are from Rebecca Van Wormer, hopefully I said that correctly. And she said, I have a question. What is your morning like? I know that you have done some videos about this, but I was just wondering what it looks like as a list. So yes, I did recently do a morning routine. I'll leave that linked up above, but I guess as a list, I get myself ready and then I take the dogs out potty and then I feed them. Then I take them potty a second time, feed my fish, and I change out Guinevere and Oreo's water, and then I feed my rabbits as well in the morning. So really just make sure everyone has fresh water in terms of my rabbits and hamster, and just make sure everyone's fed and my dogs have went out potty. Then it looks like you asked another question. So you said, what is your favorite type of video to film and why? So my favorite videos to film are definitely like haul type videos. I really like doing like unboxings for you guys. And then I also really like doing videos where I'm actually interacting with someone. So like the collab video I just did, or when I reacted to your guys' bunny enclosures, and well, this video where I actually have questions from you guys and I'm answering them. I really like actually physically like connecting with subscribers or other YouTubers. I just think it makes a lot more fun to create videos like this. Next questions are from the Chin Villain, and she does have her own YouTube channel where she features her chinchillas and her cats occasionally. So she has a couple questions. So her first question is, are you looking into getting any more animals in the future? If not, what would be your dream pet to keep? So I already kind of answered, dream pet would be the dolphin, which isn't really possible. I do plan on getting more animals in the future, but not really until I move. So I have 2 more years of college, and then I will be moving hopefully into like my forever home, hopefully like actually into a house. So when I move, I do plan on getting a couple more animals. I kind of have a bucket list of animals I would like to own at some point. First of all, I would like to have at least 1 more dachshund. I would really like to have a trio of dachshunds. I think that would be super cool. And then I would also like to get a turtle. I've had like 3 turtles during my childhood. Of course, they all got rehomed, but I really enjoyed having them, and I'd really like to fully take care of a turtle and just take care of it for its entire life. I'd also like to get a leopard gecko. They really interest me. And then I would also like to get guinea pigs at some point. Okay, your next question is, are you in a foster program for rabbits? If so, how does that work and how do you like it? So yes, I am in a foster program for rabbits. So Guinevere is my foster rabbit, and I generally really like fostering. The hardest thing is knowing that they're not your bun and that they're going to get adopted at some point. So how does it work? So in Iowa, there's a rabbit rescue called A Home for Every Bunny, and they're actually all foster based. And how it kind of worked for me is I went through their application process and actually adopted Cocoa Puff first, and then I was also a volunteer and helped with them with some events, so they kind of knew who I was. And usually we go through like an application process on their end of like making sure we provide a proper home for the foster rabbit, but they already knew me, so I was able to take a placement almost immediately. They do cover the hay and the pellets, but I have to cover everything else. So toys, litter box, any type of enclosure, and veggies, that's all my own cost. And whenever anyone wants to meet the specific rabbit I'm fostering, I might have to take that foster rabbit to another location, to one of our foster coordinators' houses possibly, to allow adopters to actually interact with the rabbit. And then the rabbit could get adopted. Hopefully that all kind of made sense. So A Home for Every Bunny is completely foster based, but you can also foster for like your local rescue. They usually really like rabbits being in a foster care program because rabbits do require so much space and show so much like individual attention. Like you need to be watching for GI stasis and just watching for all these illnesses that they could possibly have, and it's really hard to even see those unless you have someone completely having all their attention on this rabbit. Yeah, that's enough about fostering rabbits. Let's go on to your last question. What are your goals for this channel in the future? So I don't really have any like set goals. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That would be great. Basically, no major goals. I would just like to continue creating content, growing. I really don't plan on quitting anytime. Like I absolutely love creating videos. As long as you guys keep watching, liking my videos, and commenting, I will be here creating content. Okay, next question is by Summer Tantonio. That's how we're going to try to pronounce your last name. She said, how do you get your bunny trusting you to pick them up? So this is a hard question to answer because bunnies in general, like 99.999% of bunnies, do not like being picked up because they are a prey animal, and you picking them up is similar to like a hawk grabbing them. It's just their instinct to not like it. To get your bunny to trust you, you could bribe them with food, maybe give them a piece of food and then grab them and then set them right back down, just so they understand like you're not going to hurt them in any way. That's really my only piece of advice. Some rabbits just don't like being picked up, and you just kind of gotta deal with it. And that's how my Lollipop is. She loves her pets, she loves the attention, but do not pick her up. Oh boy. Alright, next questions are from My Zoo, and he asked, what got you into pets? So nothing particularly got me into pets. Like I've kind of mentioned, didn't really have a positive interaction with pets as a kid. Not really my choice. So I've always loved animals, and as soon as I had the opportunity, like I knew I could take care of an animal for the entire lifetime that it existed, I wanted to get a pet. I started like having pets with my betta fish Jeffrey. I just lived in an apartment. I knew I was gonna move into a dorm. I'm like, fish, perfect. He's the only animal really allowed in dorms. So that's where my pets started. And then once I moved off campus, I knew I was gonna stay off campus, and I talked to my parents, making sure it was okay if I had a pet over the summer. And then I talked to my landlords, and I got Lollipop. That's what got me into pets. Just my pure love of animals and really wanting to take care of them. That's kind of just always how I was. And the next question, and what was your first pet? Also, I just want to say congrats. My first pet, I had a betta fish when I was 5. I'd say that was like my first pet, like as a kid. Other pets I had throughout my childhood didn't have for very long. We had a Newfoundland named Henry. We had him for about 2.5 years. When I moved out, Jeffrey, my betta fish, was my first pet, and then Lollipop. And then I kind of just grew from there. So next questions are from Addison Carbon. Hopefully I pronounced that kind of correct. She said, congratulations on 500. Her question is, what is your favorite breed of rabbit and why? So my favorite breed is definitely like the mini lop or Holland lop. It's not really a lot of difference between the two other than size. I really just like the lopped ears. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it's adorable. And my first rabbit is a mini lop, and I love it. She has like such just a little fluffy head, and then she just has these big ears, and she'll use her ears to like cover her face when she naps, and I just think it's the cutest thing. But in general, I love all breeds, but if I had to pick one, definitely the mini lop or hollow lop. And then she asked one more question, and that is, what's your opinion on rabbit leashes? Boy, you're trying to get into some hard questions here. I think in some cases rabbit leashes are okay. Obviously, having a proper harness. In my experience, rabbits really don't belong on harnesses and leashes. I would prefer you just taking them like in a stroller and like not even risking having a leash, because the rabbit could freak out, and since they're so fragile, they could easily hurt themselves while on a leash. People think both ways, that they're really bad and that they're great. I don't really have a specific opinion on it. I would lean more on the side of they're not exactly the best thing. You really should try like a stroller. If you want to take them outside, set up like an exercise pen. I think those are both better options than risking possible casualties with a leash. Okay, looks like we have quite a few questions here from Illy W. See, her first question is, do you plan to adopt another rabbit and maybe making your rabbits into a trio? Yes, I want to adopt Guinevere so bad, and I want to try to bond her into a trio with my rabbits Cocoa Puff and Lollipop, but my husband says no. Honestly, it would be a hard trio because Guinevere is a female and my other rabbits, one's a female, Lollipop, and then Cocoa Puff's a male. But Lollipop is super sassy, so I think she probably wouldn't do the best with another female. I would obviously love to try and see, maybe they would love each other. In the future, I would like to get one more and make it a trio. I think trios are really cute. Like I said before, I want to get a trio of dachshunds. Love to get a trio of rabbits. That might have to wait until I officially move. Next question she asked, do your husband have the same bond with your rabbits as you do, / does he love your rabbits? The answer is no. He definitely doesn't have a bond with my rabbits. He doesn't really love my rabbits. He loves me and understands that I love my rabbits, so I can like leave for a weekend for something school related, and I know he'll take really good care of them because he knows how much they mean to me, but he doesn't personally really care about rabbits. I mean, if it was just him living by himself, he would never have rabbits. Who's the pet you have the strongest bond with? It's really close between Roxy and Lollipop. Let's say Roxy. I don't know, she just seems to always know like when I just need cuddles from her. She is just so sweet, and I say she's my favorite out of like Roxy and Moose, and I'm her favorite, and it's just kind of great. I love her, and yeah, so I'd say I probably have the strongest bond with Roxy, but Lollipop is definitely a close second. Next question, can you do a 500 subscriber giveaway like one of the beds and mats that you make from your Etsy shop? No, I'm not going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway. I kind of planned this Q&A to really be my thank you to you guys for 500 subscribers, but I will be doing a giveaway in the future, so hold on to that thought. I plan on doing a giveaway whenever I reach 1,000 subscribers, and I've already been preparing for it, so just stay tuned. And her last question was, have you ever considered adopting one of your foster rabbits? I really want to adopt Guinevere. She's my foster rabbit. She's just so special. She's just so scared, but yet she trusts me, and it's really just been a great bond going between us, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when she gets adopted. I'm probably gonna cry my eyes out because I want her to be mine. This is the last person that asked me questions, and this is Horsey Dreams. How old are your rabbits? So Lollipop is about 2.5. Cocoa Puff, I've had him for a little over a year, but we don't really know how old he was when I adopted him. So he's somewhere between probably a year and 2 years. It's relatively a young rabbit. So another question, how long have you been married? So we actually just celebrated our 2-year anniversary a couple weeks ago on August 11th. Do you have siblings? If so, how many? Yes. So I don't have any full siblings, but I have 6 stepbrothers and then a half brother and a half sister. And how old are you? I am 22. So yeah, that is all your guys' questions. I just want to say thank you for commenting and asking me all these questions so I could actually make this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave us a like down below. And if you aren't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And remember, live life to the fullest.